Welcome to today's video as of recording of this Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. It's an Arcade1up video last week. We did what I consider the best overall cabinet, the best Arcade1up cabinet to date. It wasn't perfect, there were flaws with that. I'm going to carry on that trend and I'm going to rate this. And hear me out on this. I'm going to prove why I'm putting this one. It's not my favorite because I can't be biased in this. But overall, online, best 4-player Arcade1up cabinet to date. I'm gonna keep holding this coffee mug. I grabbed it because number one, it was the last big coffee mug that I had clean, and it was green. Ninja Turtles are green, and yeah, it's been a little bit over a year that I've had this cabinet. So I wanted to do a full-on, here's my cabinet a year later. I never did this cabinet justice as far as doing a review. Bought it secondhand. Gentleman drove up from Ohio a year ago, April, around Easter, and brought me the cabinet. You hear Loki in the background. She is bringing me a cat toy. This is her new thing. So we might get a little cameo here from Loki. Come on up here. We're talking turtles. The cabinet was almost perfect, and nothing with the seller. I had to install the Sabo Smart Key, but it came with light up coin doors, and it was flawless. This is a cabinet that pretty hard to find, and it was hard to find at the time. If you come across this on Marketplace, the hobby has changed. Pick it up. And I'm going to show you why this is the best 4-player online cabinet we got from Arcade1up. A look here of the streaming. This is the TV that we play the Switch on. The Switch is right here, and then of course running everything through the PC. Here's Loki. Turtles has been right here. So this is, in proximity where everything is when you see me doing the intros, maybe closing out a video in here with all the arcades behind me. This is where, we did Golden Axe, and I kind of hinted that we would cover Turtles. I never power these on during intros because you never see them. But I'm going to do a little shuffling here, a little rearranging, bring this out so we can take a look, because again, I never did a review on this cabinet, and it is one of my favorites. I mean, I love all the 4 players, but I'm telling you, this is the best 4-player online cab, and we'll power this on. And before I shuffle everything around, I want to show you something, that when we do live streams on a Saturday night, when it is Turtles in Time Arcade1up, this is where it is. I have a very tight spot. I will put a device here to read the comments. The camera is going to be literally between right here and this drawer, placed right in the front, and I'm always on player 1, so I am wedged in here. Magneto's helmet, the X-Men, everything stays put. It's just that you see the camera there, and there's another device here that I'm reading, kind of keeping up with the chat. But yeah, it's a tight area to get in here. So yeah, I'm gonna shift everything over and bring this out. If you do come across this cabinet, I highly recommend swapping out that marquee. So the only thing I did to this cap was changing the marquee. Everything else was flawless. There wasn't a single mark on this cabinet. You can see that the coin doors came lit. It was already modded. There was nothing I had to do. There's one thing with Turtles in Time, and I can vouch for this. I can tell you that it happens with more than you think. It is not connected online. There's something that I physically have to do every time I power it on. I have to disconnect from online and then connect, and then it's hooked up. So I had to do that with my previous Turtles in Time. I have to do it with this one. You see the artwork on either side. It's the same. I love the Turtles in Time cabinet. It's a tough cabinet to, to find in the wild. You're looking for the Konami Turtles in Time. I see so many OG Turtles, which probably is better artwork, but I love this one. I love the Turtles in Time. This is the only one that will get online. If you have the countercade, it won't. If you have the OG artwork, it will not connect online, but it has the same games. And that's why I'm rating this the best online, because the same games are in the top 10 beat 'em ups, my opinion, of all time. You get the light up deck protector and a bunch of nice cat prints here, little paw prints, and a shot with the lights off. Comes up a little bit better. I even tried wiping this down in between, and it still shows up. It's hard to keep this clean, any light up deck, but I tend to go with the green when when I'm making a thumbnail for like a live stream or something, and I want to go with this. I always kind of result back to the green. The purple goes well with it too, but I always go purple with the X-Men. I just think it kind of blends well, but yeah, it's either purple or green. Actually, it should be a I guess that was blue. This is purple. So yeah, actually this looks pretty good. There might be a way to have it just kind of change on its own. I wonder if that's just gonna yeah, there we go. Yeah, you could leave something in the background like this. Pretty cool. It's a nice effect. I never play with the deck protectors lit up, but certain cabinets that the buttons light up, I'll play like that if I can't turn it off. But with this, I never play with. I think this is just great for just being in the background, just kind of looking at the lights. Every 4-player Arcade1up control deck is roughly 32 inches across, about 31 3/4. They're all the same. Perfect for 2 players, tight for 4 players. But with this cabinet, different than with Golden Axe, we kind of talked about this, that if I started off playing Death Adder, the headline game, I could pick any character from whatever joystick I'm using. With Turtles, I have to stick with, if I want to be Leo, player 1, Michelangelo, player 2, Donatello, player 3, Raphael, player 4. So you are stuck there. So because I'm wedged in that corner, I'm always Leonardo, because I can't wedge myself over here with the camera on the screen. So I always have to have dibs on Leo. I might be able to get away with playing with Mikey, but just because it's so tight, that I usually stick with Leo. But I like what they did here with the art. You're getting a little different look. It is a lot different artwork than we got with the OG, and everything you're seeing is exactly how that would look on the actual arcade cabinet. And just a little spoiler, that I decided today that, since we were going to do this cabinet, at some point this morning I decided, today's going to be the Arcade1up video, and I want to do the Turtles in Time. Kind of hinted at that last week. I'm going to set my camera on this stand. Now, how this is displayed, this is exactly how I will stream, depending on what games we do. It's always front and center for the most part, unless it's like a racing game. But front and center, this is exactly how the setup is and how it will be Saturday night when we do Turtles in Time and Turtles Arcade. So just wanted to throw that out there before we try out the games here. Okay, now what I want to show first is I'm not connected online. You don't see my username. This happened with the previous Turtles in Time cabinet, which I think was my 3rd Arcade1up cabinet. And I felt that there was always something wrong with it, so I sold it. Turns out that this cabinet does the exact same thing. If I hit the live button and I go to my network settings, if I go in there, I'm hooked up. If I close that, go back in, it will say in a second here that I'm connected, and I'm obtaining the address there. I'm connected. And if I hit my live button or my back, If I hit B, I am now hooked up. So I have to physically do this every single time that I go online. So if we're doing a live stream and I hit my live button right now, I would have to go into the network settings and flip this on, flip it off, turn it back on, and then hit the B, and I am connected again, and I go back to the main menu and everything is set up. So kind of goofy. My buddy Julio, I don't think this happens with his cabinet. Maybe it's just my network. Nonetheless, that's what I deal with every time. You have two games on here, Turtles in Time, which is the headline game. This is the Turtles in Time cabinet, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I always call this the OG or Turtles Arcade. And the reason there's only two games on here. There's no other bonus games. There's no console games, but it's two of the best beat 'em ups in top 10. Give me top 10 beat 'em ups. Both of these games are in that list. Starting off with the headline game, Turtles in Time. What I like about this is we have a choice to choose local game, which is just going to be here if you want to get 4 people involved, or the online game. And why this ranks higher than some of the other 4-player online games is I can create a room here. We can put in a code, so if I want to choose room 1, or I want to go all the way down and go to room 63, say, hey, find room 63. I can't believe I'd like to know how many rooms are in here, but we can create any code we want to be choosy on who can join, and to get a group of 4 players to play in the same game. So this is a great incentive. I wish that all online Arcade1up cabinets worked exactly this way. So if anyone was online right now, Wednesday night, late afternoon, early evening, and went to room 63, went all the way down, they would see that, hey, I am here, I'm waiting. There's 3 other people that could join at any point. At any point of this game, right now, or all the way to the final stage, someone could get in. So it's a good perk. With other versions of this, if you're talking Sega or Super Nintendo, it's only 2 players. Very similar background, whether it's Hyperstone Heist or Turtles in Time, Turtles 4, it's only 2 players. So there's perks of having this cabinet versus playing it on a console like that. But then again, you could get the Cowabunga collection and play online with the arcade ROMs on either your Switch, your PlayStation, or your Xbox. So you do have that too. How you're viewing this is exactly how it would be on a live stream. So you could just add as many lives as you want. And there's so many similarities with this game and the Hyperstone Heist, and of course Turtles 4, Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo, which is cool to see all those different variants. But you get so used to this, whatever ROM that they have, whatever things that they removed on this game for Arcade1up or added, it's a little bit different. And I noticed that when I was playing this on the Switch. But a true beat 'em up. One of the best beat 'em ups is Turtles in Time. And I always say, I like Turtles in Time better than OG. And then you play the OG and you're like, I don't know, maybe I put the OG ahead of Turtles in Time. They're so good. It's Konami just makes great beat 'em up games along with Capcom. There's so many beat 'em ups, but I mean, if you said to me, you can only give me your top 10 beat 'em ups in that list, I'm not gonna say these are number 1 and number 2, but they're gonna be in the top 10 for beat 'em ups. It's tough. If you could only play 10 beat 'em ups, and that was your final number, that was all you'd be able to play for the rest of your life, it's a tough decision, but I think I'd be okay with 2 Ninja Turtle games. And if I go into settings, there's no changing the, you know, scan lines or any of that. It's just network settings, factory, restore factory settings, menu sounds and effects. I have this on. I don't know if, oh, so if I turn it off, there's absolutely no sound. So that's the only thing I can, you know, kind of change here. Go into main menu, and the same thing goes for Turtles OG. Exact same thing. If I can turn everything off, which is absolutely no fun. Put that back on, and that's basically all there is to change in the menu. And the same goes for Turtles OG. We can create a room, whether we want to pick room 1, room 4, or go even further. Look at this, it just keeps going, 160, 171. Like, is it just infinity and beyond here? We'll go to room 191. So if anyone, again, went down to room 191 and saw, hey, there's a game going on, they wouldn't have to put in a code, because I didn't create a room. I mean, I created a room, I didn't make it with a code. So that is insane that there's 190 plus rooms. And we can go infinity and beyond. I'm going to say this all the time for live. So picking Leonardo again. It's a classic start. There's so much nostalgia with this cabinet. That the most I played this, I mean, the first time I saw it was Pizza Hut. Now that I'm sure that's not for like where everyone saw it for the first time, but Turtles in Time I might have played more, and maybe that's why I always kind of like result, and maybe that's why I wanted this cabinet was for the Turtles in Time. Not really knowing a lot about Arcade1up early on about the online. I just wanted the games, but now, as of late, I thrive on whatever online games I can get, because it just gives us a way to play together. And that, I mean, that's where it's gone. I had no like desire when like Xbox Live and PlayStation, you know, to have these subscriptions back in the day to play, you know, put the headsets on like that. I had no interest doing that. Now I love it. I only want to play online. So how times have changed. And yeah, this game, it's hard to say like what Turtles game is better, because they're just equally good, you know. And this might have a little bit of an edge, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is where it all started, but I mean, how can you leave either one of these out of your top 10? So yeah, this next live stream, we're going back and forth between Arcade1up and Switch. Playing a lot of Switch. I'm really getting into playing the online games on Switch, but I think it's time to do a Turtles Arcade1up stream. So anyone who has this cabinet, hopefully we can play this weekend. Say every 2 months we probably add, 2 to 3 months. There's a game night on this cabinet. I think that's probably pretty close as far as how often we stream on an Arcade1up Turtles. I like how April she's just chilling there. Throw that computer at him or something. Let me just get a little hit on here. Actually, we'll wait for Shredder. It's a great scene when he just shows up. And she doesn't get hit. I guess you could duck behind April. She won't get shot. He just appears right out the window. I like the green. I think it goes good. You know, everything kind of lit up. Here's how the coin doors would look if you decided to light them up. I think it's just, I didn't do these, but I'm guessing it's just LED strips in there. It's kind of hidden behind everything. It looks great. I love, you know, the look of that marquee, how clear it is, crisp, then pretty much faded out. I guess that you wouldn't see the colors wouldn't be bursting out like this on the stock Turtles marquee. But yeah, I just wanted to show this off after a year, a little over a year having it, and why this is the best 4-player online cabinet we got from Arcade1up. What do you think? I want to thank everybody for watching. Let me know where this ranks. If you have this cabinet, if you've played it, if you have other 4-players, other beat 'em ups, even NBA Jam, throw NFL Blitz. I mean, we're ranking all 4-player online cabinets. The reason this makes the list is the 2 games that come on here are in the top, and you can create the room. You can decide who's gonna play online with you. And plus, it's a great looking cabinet. And again, the only thing that I did was I changed out the marquee, and then of course the light up coin doors. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time.